subject line, please state the nature of your crisis.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Hero Factory Nostalgia Reviews. I am William Furno from William Furno Studios, and we're taking a look at Stormer this week, the last of the medium-sized heroes from the Brain Attack wave. So let's get into him. So we have the packaging here, as usual, standard Hero Factory Brain Attack packaging. I really do like the design though. You get 600 points for the game. On the back here, it'll show you the combiner model that goes with, that would be Frost Beast. And here is Frost Beast himself right here. Some functionalities and another advertisement for the game. They really want you to play that game, I guess. And then for the instruction booklet here, your standard medium-sized set instruction booklet with the standard comic that was included with the summer wave of Brain Attack sets. Going along to the end here, I'm sure there's going to be, oh, not yet, but here's an advertisement for the game. Then we have the advertisement for the combiner model, and here it is at the very end, the advertisement for the face filter thing that was included with the game, which is not available anymore, which is very sad because, as you can see here, as I mentioned before, the designers decided to choose 4:20 a.m. to show on this iPhone 4S to entice kids to play the game. So that's a great little detail I've discovered after all these years.
Cool it, hotshot.
You guys know what time it is. It is Stormer. Oh, I did not talk to you. I did not. It's Stormer o'clock. I'm sorry, Siri had to butt in there. Let's get into the set. Now, first off, I just got to get this out of the way right now. This, after some contemplation before I press the record button, this is my favorite Stormer out of Hero Factory. You know, a lot of love goes towards the original Preston Stormer 1.0, and the 2.0 was pretty cool, and 3.0 is a rhinoceros, or I think a white rhino, so that was cool, I guess, for the time. I don't really like Stormer XL from Breakout because he just doesn't look very proportional. And then after this wave, this is the wave after Breakout, and then after this wave is Invasion from Below, and none of the Invasion from Below sets are my favorites from Hero Factory. So that goes to this one. I think this is the best representation of Stormer because it builds on everything that Stormer's power set or main element set has always been, and that is ice. And this set just takes that and peaks all of it. Let's start off with the weapons here. I love the sword. Sword design is cool. It was pretty standard for the Brain Attack sword designs, but I love the hilt piece that they've added here. That was new that year, I believe, and they've added these sort of rubbery white spikes, and they just look very like, this looks very Arctic to me, just the whole design. This is like one of my favorite shield designs that they've come up with for the official sets, and it's actually what kind of inspired me to, other than I would say the Steve Rogers from Steve Rogers from Infinity War inspired me from Chapter Omega, but this was the main thing that inspired me. I wanted to have Stormer have dual like shields that he could also use as like jabbers that he'd punch people with, and this was sort of the inspiration for that. And I love how they attached it to just right on the arm there. It just looks really good, feels really good, feels very practical of Stormer. You know, he can block with this quick and then slash down with his sword. It's pretty dope. I just love this. I love this whole design here.
Let me guess. Another planet's under attack.
No, our planet is under attack. Just when these things appeared, we started getting reports of terrible damage all over the planet. And whatever these things are, they all seem to be headed to the same place.
Makahiro City. Here. How many are there?
And then the shoulder pads, man, they're just so cool, and they're so usable too. They're so versatile. You can use these for a lot of different things. They're supposed to, I think, look like a fur almost padding, but because it's technically supposed to be armor, it just, I don't know, it really fills out the shoulders and it looks really nice, and it doesn't seem too big to me. It's just the right amount of bulkiness to add to him. And then I love the addition of the trans light blue and how they keep that very consistent throughout. It's not overbearing, it's not overpowering as a color. They just use it as an accent on the arm and the legs and the helmet. As you guys know, I'm not a huge fan of when they do the printed visors. I don't believe that there is just a regular trans blue one available. Now, I'm also not like a huge fan of this Stormer mask redesign. It's very long, but they did this with all the masks. They kind of elongated them so that the visor would fit over well, which usually meant kind of smushing the face. But at least for here, they kind of made his face longer. They kind of put the eye holes like up more. So as far as the mask redesigns goes, it's not like my favorite. I think that would still probably go to Surge, but this isn't bad. And it fills out the visor really well. He looks so cool with the visor on. And then as for the head, I'm a little weirded out that they didn't go with like a lighter trans blue, but I think because they've already been using that one in other sets, they decided to just use it for this one. And it doesn't look bad. It's just kind of there in the back.
Good enthusiasm, Furno. But sooner or later, we'll tire out. The key is to get these brains off these creatures.
For his, on the back here, they kind of took a note from Surge's set as well, and they put one of these silver 2.0 shields on the back, which is great because it helps cover up the back, and it gives way to this kind of cool function. You can flip these up or down wherever you need them to be, and they're just flick fire missiles, which is one of my lesser favorite gimmicks from LEGO. If I can get it to friggin' fire, there we go. But you know, it still does its job. It's fun enough. I'm sure they're just easy to lose for kids. And then of course, I always love the Brain Attack torso piece, and I like the white accented claws they have here. It's just a lot of the design choices they made with this guy just feel like the most Stormer that Stormer ever got. Which I know is kind of a weird thing to say, because I honestly think people don't think about Brain Attack a lot. Like, it's a very underrated wave in my opinion, and this is a prime set that I would point to convince people that Brain Attack is actually a really good wave, because it has my favorite Stormer in it, and there's a lot of good reasons that this should be, I guess I'm not trying to preach to you, but this should be your favorite Stormer. It's one of the best. I mean, I get it if you like Stormer XL, but the dude's head is just so small compared to that chest piece, and this is a very proportional set in comparison. And he just looks like, I think Furno was sort of made out to be the leader later on, but Stormer has always sort of been the alpha team leader in my opinion, and this is like the perfect set for him to look that way. He looks imposing, you know, he could take you on. He's good for it. Another thing I really love about these Brain Attack sets that I haven't mentioned in a while is how all the heroes seem to have hand-to-hand combat weapons. And that's, I mean, again, this is one of my favorite hand-to-hand combat weapons that LEGO ever made for Hero Factory. And this sword just looks freaking dope. I love, like, again, the medieval, the Skyrim sort of aspect to it, the fantastical aspect to it. It really works well for Stormer, being an ice hero, and it just looks really good in general.
A dragon? Seriously?
Alpha team, let's get in there after it. Evo, you too. The rest of the hero teams can handle these brains.
So overall, this is a really, really well done set, and it's one of my favorites out of Breakout for sure, and it's also my favorite Stormer. So I can't recommend this set enough. I'm sure you can find them on Bricklink, eBay. I've mentioned that in every one of these reviews, but I will be linking those links down in the description if I find any listings for them. But I would highly recommend picking this up. I mean, you get this ice piece, which later was used on the Ice Protector and Bionicle. You have the half hero shield piece, which is great. You get these sword pieces, these newer spike pieces that started to get used around this time. You get shoulder armor, redesigned Stormer helmet with the visor. You get a whole package here. It's all pretty good stuff. I can't say anything else about Stormer. I love this set. Thank you guys for tuning in this week. Next week we'll be taking a look at the first medium-sized villain, which I believe I'll be taking a look at Ogrim. So I'll see you guys in a week. Thank you guys for watching.
Up there! He's making more blank heroes. He's gonna bring down Hero Factory.